So, hello everybody, and thanks for joining us for this special live session. I'm Itzik Amiel, those of you who do not know, and we are here with a weekly sweet series, Switch It On, where we share ideas, insights, and inspiring to help you as a professional to switch your relationships to revenue, referrals, and reputation and results. And you are invited. Today we're going to talking about one of the forgotten networking avenues, as I call it, to build relationship for the long term and grow your practice. And I really refer to internal networking. Internal networking with your colleagues, with your partners, with your teams. And how can internal networking support the employees' engagement within your practice? So please type in the chat box where you could dialing on. See people joining us. Where are you from and who you are, so we know. So I know you joined me. Thank you for that. But before I'm going to come into the details while you typing in your name and joining, I want to give a shout out for our friends in Ukraine to support the country, support everybody there, our friends and lawyers and all the people who are suffering now. When we are all comfortable in our own house, do something, help, support, donate, do something. Just don't just think about it and pray. That's helping, but do something because it's all important that we stand all together against this war. We don't need it. We don't want it. We want to have a better life for everybody around us, including our Ukrainian friends. So please support. I'm calling you from all of you listening here. Please do something today. Don't wait and don't forget it. Don't take it for granted. That's not part of our life and it shouldn't be part of our life. Okay, so type in the chat box where you are, where you're from, so I can see you. And because, when we talk about internal networking, it's always surprised me every time I really give a internal networking training within professional firm or association to talk about it, and I found out how much people there in the room do not know much about their colleagues, and then they are with them every single day, sometimes even more with your own family, and they don't know nothing. And many people think, as you probably know mistakenly, that since they do not have to go outside of the firm, and because it's not part of the job, they don't have to go out part of the to do the job, they do not need to network. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. You still need to know how to interact, how to connect, how to network internally with your colleagues. This has nothing to do with your scope of your job or your responsibilities. This is actually a must behavior within the firm, within the organization, small or large, it doesn't matter. And I really believe that your ability to network internally will make your working within the firm and the environment much more pleasant and will influence dramatically the teamwork spirit within the firm and within your career. And I know, what I'm talking about is how many of you waking up in the morning don't want to go to the firm, don't want to see these faces, right? Because we don't have those connections and we just do it for the job. And moreover, I think internal networking means creating value, caring, giving authentic attention to other people. And that's what we need at the end. That's what every one of us crave for more of that. So the first question I think we should start, and probably each one of you should ask yourself, is why internal networking is important for my professional practice, right? I mean, maybe you're not a big firm, but what is it so important for our growth or our professional practice? We're not doing it just for the fun of it. And there's more informal communication internally if we do internal networking. That's obviously true, but it also become easier to people to reach to other colleagues, right? To ask for help, to ask for support, to share things with each other. Internal network really can support better collaboration within firm. It also can help you, if you want to say it, to discover different and better solution for internal challenges you may have. Maybe other people, other colleagues in the firm already solved them, have a better solution. Internal networking really can help you garner the invaluable mentorship and support you have of a few powerful people within your firm or organization that you may have and maintain and get used to. But only by using the internal network you can reach them. Otherwise, how will you know who they are? How will you find them? How will you ask for the support of the accountability part? See, all those things give us by internal networking. By the way, each one of you joining me now, I see you joining. Please type in where you're from, what's your name, so we all could see it and we can support. Okay? So the next obvious question, the next right away question I think all of us should ask is, and probably that's the main issue I'm doing the session with you here today, is how can you build and practice internal networking within your practice, within your organization, in order to grow your practice? Or in other words, how do you switch on your internal networking skills that you need to learn how to do them in order to reap the benefits? Okay, so let's start diving in and some practical ways to boost your internal networking skills. But before that, I want to say hi to some people. I see David, I see Alex, I see Anthony, I see Natasha, I see Mary. All of you joining. Come on, guys. I see all of you, ladies and gentlemen, joining. Just type in. By the way, if you have any question during my presentation, during my session, sharing with you, please type in the chat box so I can also share it and answer it. That's the idea behind it. It's not just to share information, but also ask your question. Okay, so do that. Don't get shy. Don't be embarrassed. Let's type in your question or let us know where you're from. So when we're speaking about the importance of the internal networking, I said the first question is, what are the steps to really use it or really use it much more in your practice? So let's move to number one. Number one is never eat alone. What do I mean by never eat alone? Everybody eat lunch, right? All of us eating lunch every day. So this is a short time, although, but it's very valuable in building strong relationships with your colleagues. So discover what are these colleagues busy with, add value to them, and maybe try to help solve their needs. Now, try not to eat lunch with the same people every single day. Definitely don't eat alone, but not the same people, because you want to be able to meet other people. And by the way, if lunchtime doesn't work, don't give me any excuses. Schedule maybe a coffee or tea break. It doesn't matter. Schedule this time in the day that you go for internal networking intentionally. And by the way, you can also do that virtually. If you do it from home, do it virtually. During the corona time, I did it with so many lawyers around the world, accountants. I helped them schedule, and it's still going on week by week, sometimes day by day. They do these virtual coffees with people, and they get so much valuable information. You can do the same. Easy stuff. You can schedule it and commit to it. Next way to network internally is participate in internal events. Do your best efforts to participate in any training program, any events that your organization, your firm offer or involved in. You can do it both live, of course, an online program, or offline, right? That any program that your firm and your organization is offering, you can participate. Now, if there are no internal events because your firm is small or you don't do any internal event, take your colleague and join with them together to external event. But in this case, you're going to external event, not necessarily to only do external networking, but also internal networking to connect with your colleagues to deepen your relationship. That's a small effort, I promise you, but it's a huge, long-lasting effect to it when you build relationship within the firms and know better your colleagues. Again, if you have any question, somebody's asking now, type it in the chat. Just type it in the chat. We're all going to see, and you can do it also anonymically, by the way, and I'll be happy to answer it to you. The next way to network internally is number 3, is become a project leader. See, this is a golden opportunity for internal network. So you could start your own project within your firm, within your organization, and involve as many colleagues as you can, and that they can support you, but also give them a leading role within the project. Now, I know some of you are already thinking, oh, Itzik, it seems like a waste of time. It consumes so much time and this activity. And what is the immediate benefit? Why should I do that? I can promise you one thing, because I did it again with so many lawyers. I helped them do that. One thing is for sure, for internal networking, when we talk about it today, this activity, this project will be starting within the firm, within the organization, as a long-lasting benefit. And this is what is important. It's not the project itself, but the benefit the project give you to deepen your internal networking with your colleagues, with your partner, with other people. Okay, so you create a totally different environment, different working environment that you love to work, to stay. Next way to network is number 4. Before that, again, if any of you has any question, please tap in the chat box, and I'll be happy to answer it and give you more input on your thing that's bothering you. And as long as you're not answering, I continue sharing. Okay. So number 4 is be a supporter. Number 4 for internal networking, where for internal networking, be a supporter. Some of your colleagues have other activities outside of the office. Maybe they are volunteering in a nonprofit organization. Maybe they're helping a special institute. Whatever they do, things out of the office, you should try to find out what it is and support your colleagues' good causes by attending, maybe by volunteering, maybe even donating to the other nonprofit organization they are part of. Now, this is a great way for internal networking, I promise you, but you must be genuine and really caring. Don't manipulate, don't bullshit nobody. Really care about the cause. If you care about the cause, the colleague volunteer, by supporting it, you're actually enhancing your internal networking with these colleagues. It's a very fast way, but it has to be, again, genuine and real. Number 5, the next way you want to know. And I'm still waiting for your questions. So I guess all you are just quiet and listening and learning. Oh, there's no question, but don't worry. Even introduction of yourself will be good as well. So you can put your name in the chat. But the next way of internal networking is be a connector. Number 5 is be a connector. Now that sounds very obvious when we talk about networking, but it's actually an easy and rewarding way, and one of my favorite, to practice networking internally within your firm, within your organization, and really to act as internal connector. I always believe, and you heard me saying in on many stages, those you saw me speaking in public or training in your firm, contact you share, you don't own. Again, contact you share, you do not own. That's very antithesa in any law firm that I work as a lawyer, because if the people are carrying the connection with themselves, they want to share. No. Contact you share, you do not own. The value of a connection is sharing them. So take any chance within your firm, within your organization, to introduce people across your firm to each other. Or you can also introduce your colleague to somebody from your external network and vice versa. It doesn't matter, but make those introductions. Those introductions, it's amazing how many relationships will deepen once you have helped people to connect with each other. And some people do it by themselves. Today, I heard a story for one of the people I've been doing the Women Law Global Awakening Summit, and 2 of the speakers met each other last week. See, that's amazing when people connect, because they deepen on relationship based on the fact that you brought them together. Now, you can do the same internally. And here's another golden tip for you. If you're talking about introduction to each other, this connection do not need to have a direct link to your firm or to your job. There's nothing to do. It doesn't have to be a business connection there. So don't try to find it. Sometimes there's a totally different connection or reason for you to introduce people to each other. Maybe your colleague has a health problem, and maybe you know a doctor that you can introduce to them and they can get second opinion. Maybe your colleague has a daughter that's looking for a job. Maybe you can help them land a better interview. You see, there's so many opportunities to connect your colleagues or the people they care about to others, and by that, deepen your internal relationship with your colleague. Look how many ideas I'm giving you. Just take one of them and implement. You'll see it'll give you magic to your working relationship within your firm, within your organization. Okay, you are with me, I hope so. I see people still joining us. It's not too late. Don't worry, I'm still here. I'm talking about internal networking. We talk about few ways to better, I already talk about 5 ways to build your internal networking skills. I'm talking about number 6. So if you're joining us now, please type in your name, where you're dialing from, so we're all going to see. And if you have a question, again, use the chat to ask your question, and I'll be happy to answer you that during that session. So number 6 way of growing your internal networking is be a first in the moments of joy and a moment of sadness. That sounds obvious to you, but I want you to celebrate with your colleagues the moments of joy. Really celebrate it and be with them in a moment of sadness. So many awesome opportunities we get and events to connect and build better relationships. When colleagues are promoted, they receive an award, they got a new child, they got married, send a congratulations. And we know about it because they're sharing it sometimes on social media in different ways. You heard it from somebody else. So many opportunities to share with them. But when I mean be with them, I mean be with them. What do I mean be with them? Even physically, if you can, go in real life, join them, not only by social network. Be there. Come there, bring them a postcard, bring them flowers, do something extra to celebrate the moment with your colleagues. The level of interaction and internal networking will go a long way if you do that, because that's where we are as human, being actually remembered by all this little action we are doing and sincerely, authentically caring about others. But again, make sure it's real, make sure it's genuine, make sure it's authentic. Don't try to manipulate nobody. I see a lot of people who are sending postcards, handwritten postcards, because I said that. But do you really mean it? You're really doing it on a consistent basis, or you did it just to manipulate somebody? Okay, so it's very important to do it because you care, because you want to help other people. And the same thing with sad moment. If you hear now they have so many opportunities, so all our friends in Ukraine again, so many opportunities to help so many. If you could do that, do that. It's not idea to post on social media, look at me, I'm caring about it. No, it's more important for me that you do action than to sit in social media and post about it. The important is to care, to deepen your relationship, to help your colleague. If you're an international firm and you have your offices somewhere else and in trouble, help them out. That's you being measured. In that moment, we're measured as human, measured as professional. And number 7, to build your internal network, praise other people. How many people in your organization, in the hand of your heart, how many people in your organization, your firm, talk about other people's accomplishments? How many people do that? See, most of the people talk naturally about their own achievement themselves, right? By the way, part of my best-selling book, The Attention Switch. Most people wants to get attention, talk about how awesome they are. Here, I won an award. You see that a lot now when people are getting all recommended by all kind of directories because they get it, and directories know they get it. They love ego. They're posted, and they're gonna get the likes. But how many people will give talking about other people's accomplishments? Because if you start praising other colleagues' achievement and really mean it, you know what's going to happen? As a matter of fact, if you turn it into your habit, you will create yourself a name as a real team player. And everybody will seek your company because everybody looking to get attention. So if you're the one who give attention to others sincerely, everybody will look for you. So learn not to be afraid to share credit to people who deserve it. Again, not because you manipulate, because you deserve it. There's so many people around you every single day that you can give credit, that you can share the achievement and accomplishment and celebrate it. So do that. Try it. See it by yourself how powerful it is. I'm trying to check if there are anybody here that have any questions in the meantime or sharing. I hope you hear me well. Hope everything's worked very, very well. And I hope you are there listening to me now. And if you have no questions, and I see some people introduce themselves, great. Anonymity doesn't help me a lot. I see people from Milan, from New York, from Boston, from Croatia, great, from Dominican Republic, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. Netherlands, Monaco, wonderful. But again, if you have questions, type it in chat box. Otherwise, I continue my presentation with my things for you that I said. There's not much more left, but let me share a few more things. And actually summarizing all the things I'm sharing with you till now in this episode, there are 3 really insights about internal network if you look at it. Number 1, employee internal networking is really essential, as you see, to increase your employee productivity and your employee engagement. So if you are there in the leadership of a team or helping the leadership of a firm or organization, think very well, how do you stimulate this internal network? Don't let it be by itself. Create the boundaries, create the rules of the game that you'll happen that people more engage with each other. I remember one of the business development of the firm in Seattle told me one thing they did, they created a bingo game. A bingo game, which means every partner of the firm has to go once to lunch with other partners of the firm. And once they're doing it, they can cross one part of the bingo. And of course, one of the partners was smart ass, and they thought, okay, if that's the case, he wanted to take all the partners for one lunch and one time to fill out the bingo. No. They said to him every time one partner. And that's how they stimulate you by gamification or edutainment. They stimulate you to do that. So that's number 1. Employee internal network is very important. Number 2, firms that really optimize internal networking have better employee relations, have better employee motivation, have better employee productivity, proven. And how do I know? Because check it out. If you check it out, you see that I care about internal network. And don't leave it for chance. And number three, internal networking initiatives vary from firm to firm. And that's why, because it's based on the firm tools, firm goals, firm budget. I know because I help a lot of them, dozens of them right now, to do the internal networking, do all the exercise, and we do it a different way. It's because small firm, big firms, if there are many people, many offices, one location, all the things are component to stimulate internal networking a different way. But in each one of them, the bottom line, you discover more, you engage more, you connect more, become more productive, more motivated, and more helpful for everybody in the firm. But one thing is for sure, my dear friends, employees who network together stay together. Again, let me say it again. Employees who network together stay together. And that's a huge benefit for the firm or organization. So let me summarize my whole thing I told you tonight, but 3 golden tips for you about internal network. Number one, remember every interaction is an opportunity. Every interaction is an opportunity. It doesn't matter for building this internal networking. So that's why, like the note that they say to you in the gym, it doesn't matter if you work 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour. Walk, do it, do something. Every interaction is opportunity. Number two, don't build new connections without maintaining old ones. In internal networking, it's not just to meet new people, new connection, new colleagues. No, if you already met some colleagues, deepen with them also the relationship. So it's not about just meeting new people, but internal networking is like other networking, is also continue deepen the relationship. People you already know, you already met, you already engaged. Okay, so do that also on a regular basis. And go to tip number 3 for you today. An offer to help is the quickest way to make a connection and deepen your internal relationship. An offer to help. So don't wait for people to ask for help. Go offer to help other people. So to summarize this great episode, let me share a quote from Michael Jenner, who said, internal networking is not about just connecting people. It's about connecting people with people, people with ideas, and people with opportunities. So now, my friend, it's time to switch on and take action to build your internal network. I trust you got some more insight here for the importance of internal networking in growing your practice. And of course, if you need our help in implementing it in your practice or build better relationship internally and externally, this is exactly what we do for our clients, for the firm, for the lawyers we work with. So we help professionals to build an engaging, authentic relationships internally and externally with the client as well. Send us an email or send me a PM message to see how can we help. Next week, we have another amazing top expert to discuss new practical strategy to grow your practice and build better relationship, reputations, and referral. So if you want to make sure you never miss one of our bi-weekly Switch On interview series, follow me on LinkedIn or go to the Switch Hub, which is hub.theswitch, hub.theswitch.ch. That's the website where you can register and find out more about our guests and more things. You can sign up, get business development strategies and tips, and another more things. And here's another exciting announcement this week, and I hope you saw it, but if not, I'll do it again. My brand new online course, Networking with Results, is live. Yeah! And now it's live, my friend. So you can join. This is based on many conversations with professionals from all over the world. I've been working the past year on a game-changing online course to help you solve your biggest challenges, problem related to networking, offline and online. Now you're thinking, network. I promise you, if you see that, see how many interesting things. So we have developed your fast track to business networking success. And the courses including lesson. It's not just video to watch. Absolutely not. It's lesson, practical strategies, the tools. We give you templates, exactly what to write, what to say, habit formation, change your habit. Otherwise, it doesn't valid. And community to connect with around the world that's studying together at the same time, and also one-on-one coaching session with me to help you in specific thing you need help, you need support. So I will really recommend you to join us and learn together with many professionals from all over the world that already did this course and gave a beautiful testimonials. You can see it on the page. So if you see more information, here's the link, is the hub.theswitch.ch, networking with results. Pay attention because there will be much more courses and more new things coming your way. But that's the first one, networking with results, this course. And you're very welcome, by the way, to send me a PM message or any email to ask any more question you have. and see how can we be of value to you and your practice. For now, I really want to thank each one of you, my friend, for being here, for supporting, for being on a weekly basis and interested to be there. And to see everyone next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central European Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. And remember, don't delay standing out and switch on your internal network. Thanks, everybody, for now. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.